Hello, I'm Chris Pyalunga, President of Urban Property Development. My company specializes in rehabbing for investors and homeowners who like to work with a professional, courteous, and budget-minded contractor. Today I'm going to share with you 5 simple steps to successful rehabs. Now, whether you've done rehabs before or you're looking to do your first project, what I'm going to share with you today is going to give you an inside look at how to avoid some critical errors that investors often make that can save you thousands of dollars and thousands of headaches. My goal for this video today is to help you save time, money, and hassle on your next rehab project. You know, I'm often called out to quote jobs that are already in progress. Usually the rehab has gone off the rails and is over budget. For investors, this is especially frustrating because every day your house isn't on the market, you're potentially losing profits. So if you follow what I'm going to go over with you today, you can take some preemptive actions to avoid this disaster. All right, so if you're ready, let's head out and take a first-hand look at 5 simple steps to successful rehabs. Simple step number 1 is to have the end in mind. It's one of the habits of highly effective people. You should know what your goals are and how much money you're going to make on a project before you even start. This will prevent you from cutting corners in specific areas of the house. Think about things like this. Why am I doing this project? Is it to flip for a profit, or is it to rent for a cash flow? Knowing your objective, what materials are you going to use in the house? And what are you going to do to bring the house to a retail standard? Knowing what your goal is before you start the project is a simple and easy way to save time and money. You know, I've often seen investors start the construction process with no plan of action or budget. This is a recipe for disaster. But remember, there are certain projects that increase the value of a home more than others, and there's certain projects that are mandatory to be done because they're mechanical. So take all this into consideration in your purchasing decisions. Write this down. Simple step number 1 is to have the end goal in mind. Simple step number 2 is what I call a smart budget. Based on step 1, you know what your end goal is, so now you can set your rehab budget accordingly. You know, it's amazing to me how many investors out there, people who want to flip houses for a profit, they just don't have a smart budget. What do I mean by a smart budget? A smart budget is a budget means knowing what quality and price point for materials to put in particular areas of the house. Now these should be suited for your end goal. For example, here we are in a kitchen in a Metro Detroit area. An investor wants to flip this house for a profit. A smart budget is going to start ruling out low-end materials like these linoleum floorings and these kitchen cabinets. Why? Because the end buyer and the agents, they'll see the difference. Let me show you another example of what I mean by smart budgeting. Okay, as you can see, this bathroom needs a complete rehab as well. I'm here inside the shower and you can see that it's already been demoed out and it's not in very good condition. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to replace the shower diverter, we're going to put in a new pan liner, and we're going to tile these walls, give this bathroom a fresh and new look. This is one of the most critical rooms of the house and it needs to be fresh and new. From what we've gone through so far, you can see the importance of smart budgeting. The best advice I can give to my investor clients, the ones who successfully flip house after house, is not to step over dollars to pick up pennies. The little bit of extra attention you spend on this step will produce you a more profitable result in the long run. Successful rehab tip number 3 has to do with setting progress milestones. You have to set incremental goals on the way to your biggest goal of all, which is your project completion. By setting progress milestones, this gives you the opportunity to monitor the progress on your jobs. I mean, you don't want to be 2 weeks into a project that should take you about 4 weeks to do and come to find out that you're 3 weeks behind and already close to your budget. For example, I'd like to give my investors a guideline up front that lets them know approximately when the cabinets and countertops and appliances will be installed. This way everybody knows what to expect. Any deviations from the original plan can now be addressed and dealt with in a professional manner. Okay, here we are in a house for one of my investor clients. He's planning on flipping this house on the retail market. Now we've took some fine consideration into the details of this room particularly, because it is the kitchen. It's the most important attribute of this house. As you can see, we put a new tile floor in. We went ahead and upgraded the countertop to a granite countertop instead of a laminate and put stainless steel appliances in. We've also went ahead and put maple cabinets in and put hardware on the cabinet doors to give it more of appeal to the retail buyer. Now this house should fly off the market in no time, but this was no easy task. Careful consideration and planning went into every step of this house, and the proof is in the investor's paycheck. I know some of you out there might be do-it-yourselfers, and this is great. Believe me, I know how accomplished I feel after a hard day's worth of work. Now for those of you that wish to hire a licensed contractor, I do have some advice for you, and this is simple step number 5. Manage the relationship with your contractor. What does this mean? Well, for starters, it means hiring the right contractor you can trust to get the job done. Then once you've hired this contractor, work on managing the relationship with him. Strive for frequent communications with him. Make sure your contractor knows your expectations for all your projects. Know that you and your contractor must act professional at all times. We're not dealing with small potatoes here. We're dealing with people's properties and investments. Professionalism must, on and off the job. Make sure your contractor knows that he can expect payment from you in a timely manner. This will go a long way at a successful relationship with a contractor. Wow, time sure flies by when you're having fun. I'm glad I got to spend some time with you guys, and I hope you were able to learn a little more about making your rehabs more fun and profitable. I've enjoyed sharing these 5 simple steps to successful rehabs with you. To learn more about my company or myself, visit us on the web at www.rehabsdoneright.com or give us a call at 586-804-9252. Until next time, good luck investing, and we'll talk to you soon.